Hi, welcome to my sewing journey. Today I have been working on an easy balloon style curtain. Now this came about from the fact that I have very old windows and they're very small. And it's hard to find curtains that will fit them, let alone be in a nice style. So the first thing I did was I made my curtain, which I just did the basic style of measuring the window to see how long it was and how wide it is. And then I added my hem to that measurement. And I added about 4 inches to the top of that measurement so I can make a pocket rod for the curtain rod to go through. And that's very simple to do. You just fold the fabric over, and I serged it, but you don't have to do that. You can just fold it over again and just sew it straight across. And then if you want a larger ruffle at the top, then you'll add more fabric to your original measurement. But I wanted a small one, so I did a 1/4 of an inch down and sewed straight across. And what I meant by this is the top ruffle, but I didn't want a big top ruffle. Now on the bottom, I did want a ruffle. And I took about 10 inches of fabric, hemmed both sides, meaning the top side and the bottom. And then I used the longest stitch my sewing machine had and went straight, just all the way to the end of my ruffle. And then I pulled one of the threads and gathered it and then pinned it to the curtain and sewed it. And that's how I got the ruffle on there, which is not necessary. If you don't want a ruffle on the bottom of your balloon curtain, it's quite all right. You don't need one. Next, what I did was I went and got a lid, a plastic lid, and I cut out circles and cut a hole in the circle so I could make an O-ring. You can buy O-rings. It's just that I didn't want to leave, so I had this on hand. And what you're going to do is sew your O-rings, or if you wanted to use ribbon, you could cut pieces of ribbon the same length, just enough to put, you want to be able to put like either another ribbon through it to gather it, or if you want to use a safety pin, you could use a safety pin, or whatever you plan on using to gather this together to create the poof to make the balloon part of it. You just want a hole big enough for that. So whatever you choose to do, if you want to use ribbon and no plastic, that's quite all right. But you're going to sew them straight in a row. So you want it to be like even. And I did 3 because my window was very small. Then next you'll go a few more inches, depending on how big you want your poof to be, and you'll do it again. And you'll keep doing it all the way across the across the curtain that is going on the window. Sorry about that. And I did 3 rows of this all the way across to the other side. And then when you bring it, you're going to bring it up in the same row. So it'll be up like this, because this is all on the same row. And that will create the poof and the balloon of the curtain. I hope you like this idea. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing, and happy sewing.